We are most grateful to you for availing yourself at this short notice to cover this very important engagement. As I've said, we are extremely honored to have you here, and we thank you for availing yourself and your platforms to us to address our fellow countrymen and women on a very important subject. Over the past week, the flag bearer and leader of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and his team comprising national and regional party executives have been touring parts of the Bron East and Ahafo regions. During the course of this tour, dubbed Building Ghana Tour, the flag bearer and his entourage has met with traditional authorities, engaged and interacted with representatives of professional bodies, farmers, artisans, traders, and market women and other organized groups. These engagements have afforded us the opportunity to listen to the concerns of the people and to aggregate views, petitions, and ideas that will eventually find expression in the NDC manifesto for the upcoming 2020 general elections. The Building Ghana Tour has also offered us the opportunity to share our superior policy proposals with the good people of the Bono region, key among which is the 24-hour economy policy intended to create more employment opportunities for Ghanaians, a cashew marketing board to support farmers and regulate the cashew industry, a revamping of the dying poultry industry in the region, and the cancellation of the obnoxious licensure examination for teacher trainees, and the big push policy, which is going to be $10 billion investment in infrastructure to address the socio-economic needs of the people. In the course of this talk, ladies and gentlemen, we've been confronted with the stark reality of our country today, as seen from the perspective of the people who we lead. Everywhere we've been, the message has remained the same, that Ghana has retrogressed in the past 7 years under the Akufo-Addo and Bawumia NPP government. The tour has further brought to the fore the curious case of acute neglect and abandonment of development in the Bron region under this government. The evidence is there for all to see, and this has been corroborated by the chiefs, opinion leaders, and the people of the region. The truth, ladies and gentlemen, is that the Bono region is currently experiencing its worst spell of underdevelopment under the Fourth Republic. Friends from the media, almost all the campaign promises that were made to this region by the Akufo-Addo and Bawumia NPP government have turned to be pipe dreams. Empty, grandeur, and unfulfilled promises, laced with slogans, are the visible legacies of the current government in the Bono region. The road network in the regional capital and other parts of the region has not seen any improvement from what was left behind by the erstwhile Mahama NDC government. Educational, health, and other infrastructure are in a state of disrepair. 7 years into the life of this government, the people of the Bono region continue to be served with same old and empty promises. The most recent of these is a dubious sword cutting undertaken by President Akufo-Addo for the conversion of the Bono Regional Hospital into a teaching hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an indisputable fact that the NDC is the tradition that is credited with the construction of 3 regional hospitals located in Cape Coast, Ho, and Sunyani under the leadership of President Jerry John Rawlings of blessed memory. It is equally a fact that under the leadership of President J.E.A. Mills, also of blessed memory, the NDC rolled out a policy to convert all 3 regional hospitals and the already existing Tamale Regional Hospital into teaching hospitals. Consistent with our conversion policy, the NDC opened a medical school in Cape Coast and converted the Cape Coast Hospital into a teaching hospital. Under President Mills, the NDC built the University of Health and Allied Sciences, UHAS, in Ho, and subsequently converted the Ho Hospital into a teaching hospital. We also opened a medical school at the University of Development Studies in Tamale and converted the Tamale Regional Hospital into a teaching hospital. A program for the expansion of the University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNE, here in Sunyani, to include a medical school before the conversion of the Sunyani Regional Hospital into a teaching hospital was underway before the NDC exited office in 2016. Regrettably, all these plans were abandoned when the New Patriotic Party took over the reins of government in 2017. This is despite the fact that we have had a son of Bono, an MP for Doma Central, Honorable Kweku Agyemang-Manu, served as Minister of Health in the last 7 years. We are reliably informed that when Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh took over as Minister of Education following the exit of the NDC in 2016, he took a position that the proposed medical school at UNE should not be implemented so that UNE could concentrate on its so-called core mandate. I want to repeat because this is very important to me. We are reliably informed that when Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh took over as Minister for Education following the exit of the NDC in 2016, he took a position that the proposed medical school should not be implemented so that UNE could concentrate on its so-called core mandate. Unfortunately, neither our own Bono brother, Kweku Agyemang-Manu, nor President Akufo-Addo could prevail upon one single Minister of Education to change his mind to allow the medical school to be established. The program was Akufo-Addo and Bawumia government. It is important to emphasize that of the 3 additional public universities that were established by the SY NDC administration, namely the University of Health and Allied Sciences, University of Energy and Natural Resources, and the University of Environment and Sustainable Development in Somenya, UNE, which is located here in Sunyani, is the least endowed in terms of infrastructure. The reason is that whereas funding was expeditiously secured from China and Brazil for the other 2 universities, funding for UNE, which was to come from Turkey, encountered some serious challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to cure this delayed funding from the Turkish government, the erstwhile NDC government turned to get funds to provide for the completion of the works at UNE, whilst we looked for other foreign funding sources. That fund for 15 years for a so-called Dachi bond, which they have since used for other purposes. This has made it impossible for them to continue funding the expansion works we commenced at UNE, which included the establishment of a medical school for the university. If we may ask, how does one operate a teaching hospital without a medical school? Where would the hospital draw medical students for the purposes of training them? This clearly goes to expose the insincerity and deceitfulness of President Akufo-Addo's latest promise to convert the Sunyani Regional Hospital into a teaching hospital. We dare say that this is another big scam. Having realized that another election is fast approaching, the MPP is up to their usual trick of deceiving the people of Bono region. And this time we are saying never again. As a matter of fact, the finance minister only last week presented to Parliament what will be the last budget of this Akufo-Addo and Bawumia MPP administration. It would interest you to know that the 2024 budget made absolutely no provision whatsoever for a medical school or a teaching hospital in the Bono region. Parliament has not considered nor passed any legislation backing the establishment of a Sunyani teaching hospital. Neither has Parliament considered nor approved any loan facility for these projects. Where then is the funding for these projects going to come from? For all intents and purposes, this is another deceitful sword-cutting exercise undertaken by President Akufo-Addo, calculated to deceive the chiefs and good people of the Bono region. It must be noted that this is not the first time President Akufo-Addo and the MPP government will be making such an empty promise of building an ultra-modern health facility in the Bono region. In the run-up to the 2020 elections, President Akufo-Addo organized a similar sword-cutting for the construction of an ultra-modern accident and emergency center for Doma Presbyterian Hospital. The moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, who graced the occasion, was so elated that he equated President Akufo-Addo to Jesus Christ at the sword-cutting ceremony. Nearly 4 years down the line, that project remains a Trojan horse, empty, fraudulent, and non-existent. Yet, this is the same man who is making a promise to the Bono people again. In fact, I can give you the exact date that the Doma project sword-cutting took place later in the question and answer session. Fellow countrymen and women, it is sad to note that the Sunyani Hospital has not seen any refurbishment in the past 7 years to enable it play its role as a major regional referral hospital. To add insult to injury, there is no work currently ongoing. There is slow work currently ongoing at most of the Agenda 111 sites in the Bono region. As for the one in Brekum East, it has completely been abandoned and the site has been overtaken by weeds. This leaves many in the Bono region having to travel over long distances to Sunyani to seek medical care at the overstretched facility. Friends from the media, my brothers and sisters, we in the NDC do not think that important projects like UNE Medical School and Sunyani Teaching Hospital must be subjected to empty promises, deception, and cheap political sloganeering, as we have witnessed under this failed Akufo-Addo and Bawumia MPP government. These are important projects that touch the very heart and soul of the people of this region. The people of Bono deserve a befitting regional teaching hospital that matches modern standards. We in the NDC have long recognized this need and have kept faith with the good people of this region. We established a regional hospital in the 1990s, a university subsequently, and we were in the process of establishing a medical school to complete this nexus before we left office in 2016. This is a track record that speaks to a genuine commitment to the development of this region. Unfortunately, same cannot be said of the current government, which has completely neglected the development of the region. Had the efforts of the previous NDC administration been continued, this region would have boasted of an appreciable level of development, especially in the areas of health, education, and road infrastructure. My brothers and sisters, the ruling New Patriotic Party has taken the Bono region, the birthplace of Professor Kofi-Addo, the first leader of the Dankwa-Buzia tradition to ever lead our dear country Ghana, for granted for far too long. And it is about time that this truth is spoken without mincing words. We have noted recent demands and calls on the Akufo-Addo and Bawumia government to give the people of this region their fair share of the national cake. Such calls are in the right direction and must be sustained by the chiefs, clergy, youth, and other opinion leaders in the region. Whilst at it, permit me to call on the people of the Bono region to embrace the superior policies and track record of the NDC in this region. As you may be aware, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, has promised to complete all abandoned developmental projects across the country, ranging from schools, roads, and hospitals, among others, when elected into office in 2024, before rushing to start new ones. We therefore appeal to you to support and vote massively for him and the NDC in the 2024 general elections to afford us the opportunity to once again pursue genuine development for the Bono region. We've done it before. Our superior track record is there for all to see, and we shall surely do it again when you give us the opportunity to serve you in 2024, inshallah, 2025, inshallah. May God bless the good people of Bono region, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.